I wanted to introduce you to a customer flow exercise. So all of this will really help for you to observe the customer flow and where customers are shopping, where they're going to, where they're spending time looking at product, where they're shopping product. And so it's a great exercise. I was introduced to this exercise at Selfridges. Our head of VM came from Habitat at the time, and we used to use these observational exercises each month. I used to look after the homeware floors, and they were extremely useful. So it's an exercise and a technique that I have taken into my own freelance work. Also talk about it on some of the short courses as well. So to be able to carry out a customer flow exercise, I would recommend having an overview floor plan of your store layout. Now, you may not have one on file, so I have got independent retailers who have just drawn their plan out by hand, tried to make sure it's as close to scale as possible. It could just be a pencil drawn sketch. Once you've got the plan, copy it a couple of times, make some photocopies of it, and I would recommend on the exercise itself, looking probably about 5 customers, wait somewhere centrally, so just behind your till point or somewhere centrally where you can observe all the customer flow in store is perfect. Use a different coloured pen per customer, so you can see the customer's individual journey on the plan. And what we would usually do is map on when a customer has paused to look at something, and map on with a key, which is usually a star, where the customer has actually made a purchase. So I would map on their journey as they come in through the entrance in store, and then just map on the activity. So it can also be called a customer mapping activity. Once you have looked, and even with some of my other retailers, even after they have looked at maybe 3 customers, let's say, it's very interesting that you start to see these same similar shopping patterns happening. And it's interesting how lots of customers will always tend to want to look and shop from the same location. And all of that is really useful evidence when you're having a look at the areas for opportunity in store. So all of this will help to highlight any quiet zones, any quiet locations. It will also allow you to have a look at the areas for opportunity in store. What I would usually recommend is, after you've carried out the exercise, have a look at it, have a look and compare. Some areas are a bit of a surprise, and some areas you may well already know about. However, it will allow you to have an overview of where those areas are that are being shopped and those areas which are not being shopped. I would then try to make some improvements to those areas. Now, it could be that your floor pathway is maybe a little bit too narrow, or you haven't really got the product of interest in those areas. So it could be that your kind of push and pull products are placed in the wrong locations, possibly. So try to make some changes. And then I would recommend, maybe after a 2-week period, have a look again at another customer flow exercise, just to observe, how the customers are actually now shopping your new space. You can also use this if you've got, evidence like EPOS, which is really great to look at sales reports, and you can really use those two all together. But I would say, from a practical learning point of view, the customer flow exercise is extremely useful, and it's something I have brought through from my time at Selfridges through into my freelance work.